Welcome everybody to Sharp Bets Fantasy Sets Week 16. Down to the final stretch here. It's unbelievable how fast this time goes. Last minute stuff. Sharp Bets Fantasy Sets merchandise. Link below. Get some stuff for the holiday season. I'm sure there's some deals. Whoever wins the yearly standings will get a $50 gift card to the shop, by the way. So Mike and Nas vying for that. Will they get a hoodie, a mouse pad? Who knows? Anyway, let's get to it. I'm here with the Fab Four plus me. I guess I'm the Pete Best of the group. Anybody who doesn't understand that, actually Tim's the Pete Best of the group because he was allowed back in. If you don't understand the reference, do your Beatles due diligence. All right. Start with the 49ers here in the round table. We'll get into the guys sitting, but first, sir, is the window closed for you? How do you feel about Brock Purdy, and are you done chalking up this season as a wash here?
The window's not closed, but the season has not been the best. I mean, I don't even want to talk about it no more, man. This has been a wash, but it's.
How does it feel
right.
that you had Super Bowl aspirations?
I did.
I
but
know.
It hasn't been the best, and it's. That hasn't been the best, but it's all right.
You haven't had a year like this in a while, man.
I despise the thing. Oh, it was always next year, because next year could always be worse, and this season has been worse than last. So,
right. Tim, you guys won.
Yeah. Don't worry, sir. You weren't the only team with playoff aspirations. The goddamn Jets. Aaron Rodgers is playing for his career, so yeah, I think they're going to play pretty good to end the season, and they're going to be making the Jets owner think, wow, maybe he just needed 6 weeks to get his feet under him. Who knows? But him and Adams are playing well together, so I might be in for another year of this. We'll see.
Best 4-10 team in the league, Tim.
Geez, thanks.
Nas, looks like last place is coming around the corner here as you guys kind of got obliterated by Arizona.
Yeah. We're on the next year. We'll just get that third pick in the draft, go get Travis Hunter, and start from scratch.
That's a solid duo if Drake May could continue to play. I'll get to Mike last because he's probably riding high. I'll deal with my Dallas Cowboys who won like idiots. At this point, I've made my decision. Your draft pick is your draft pick. You're going to be at the 15 to 16 mark right now. Fuck it. Let's go play spoiler. Let's go ruin the Bucs playoff chances. Let's ruin Washington's playoff chances. And let's keep the Eagles from getting the 1 seed. As a Cowboy fan, I want to run the table now, finish 9-8, and give me a reason to watch to ruin these fucking teams that I do not like season. So I'm all in now. I'm watching for that. And Rico Dowdle might have had something here. Might have 1,000 yards rushing. This team is actually playing pretty hard for McCarthy. You wonder, I'm starting to agree with you guys. Think he might be coming back now.
Come on back, fam. Come on back.
It is what it is, but I just wish this defense was healthy all year because they could have actually probably won a couple more games and be in the mix. But when you're down to some of the guys that are down to, there's just nothing you could do. Mike, statement win, as I like to say. Solidifying you guys might be the most dangerous team in the NFL.
Yeah, I mean, we beat the best team in the NFC, and we beat the best team in the AFC, so I don't know if you can do much better than that. We beat the best two teams in each conference, so I think, Josh Allen is playing he's playing a level right now I don't think I've ever seen any quarterback play since I've watched football, and that's like 2001, 2000. So, I mean, I can't talk about previous years before that, but, I mean, I think he's playing better than – I mean, I know Tom Brady has 6 rings, but they play a different kind of football. But the way he's playing football right now is like, Michael Jordan-esque, Shohei Ohtani-esque. It's very remarkable.
Would you say this MVP race is over? And would you be very upset if Lamar won – if Lamar got the division for Baltimore, which is possible now, and they just gave it to Lamar again?
I mean, we have the Jets, we have the Patriots, and the Patriots. I mean, I can't see us not going 3-0 there. That would put us at I think 15-2 or something like that. So I don't think I don't see Josh Allen losing this. I mean, the Ravens, I don't think have a cupcake schedule. I mean, they got the Steelers who they always have play tight. So, no, I mean, it's just the way. I mean, just look at Josh Allen play football. There's no way you can argue. And like I said, last year, Josh Allen didn't get it last year because he had a worse record. Lamar Jackson is going to have a worse record.
Yeah, but didn't Lamar Jackson beat the Bills straight up, and Josh Allen had his worst throwing game of his entire career versus the Ravens? I'm just going by what voters might think.
But when I say it, I'm wrong.
No, but that doesn't matter with MVP. Not when you have 3 more wins than the guy in second place.
But when I say it,
I think it's going to be
closer. 4 more wins. I think it's 4 more wins.
I think it's going to be closer than you think, Mike. But I would give it to Josh Allen personally. Okay. Also, I think you guys are like 9 straight games at 30 points. If I'm not mistaken, or 8 straight games at 30 points. It's crazy. All right, let's get to sir. You wanted to touch on your boy Sitton. I'd like to hear your thoughts on this as a Niner fan because I don't really know too much into it. What exactly happened and why did he do this?
All right, so the homie in the halftime decided to walk off, and I guess he feel like, I'm a former All-Pro, but they signed him to replace Dre Greenlaw for the most part. Dre Greenlaw tore his ACL in the Super Bowl, and that was a breaking point in there. And then Greenlaw came back, got the starting role, pretty much best linebacker in the dude between him and Fred Warner.
Yeah.
And he got back on the bench and he decided to walk off. Like, I don't know. I don't agree with him walking off because like they signed you to keep his spot warm. Like, and he wasn't even the first option. They wanted to get him I want to say Harry Kendricks, I think. Not, I could be butchering that, but they got him, and then they couldn't get him, so they signed him to replace him. And I want to hear your thoughts before I go off on it because
I if anybody walks off, they're not on my team.
No, listen, and I agree with you because listen, we have players dealing with injuries. Both has been dealing with injuries. He's been playing. My man Travarius Ward lost a child, and
let me rephrase that. Not walk off, because there are guys who walk off.
Not walk off, but
refusing to go in.
Yes, refusing to go in. But yes, but he pretty much just walked out. Like he pretty much says, "I'm out. I'm deuces. I'm going to the locker room," and he pretty much just said, "Hit him with it. I'm out." But I want to hear what y'all have to say.
Nas, what do you think?
It's weird because I'm pretty sure San Fran put that in the contract before he signed it, or at least made it clear to him and told him what his role would have been. So I feel like it's just like, I forget, a corner or a DB said it on in the press, like in the presser. He was like, "That's coward shit." Like I feel like he shouldn't.
Tre'Davious Ward, I believe, said
yeah, he said like that was coward shit. I agree, but I always heard this: it's either you coach it or you condone it. So obviously they're allowing it.
What do you mean it was in the contract? Like that his role was...
Well, it probably wasn't in the contract, but I'm sure when they sat down with him before he signed, they told him what his role was going to be. You weren't going to be here and be a Fred Warner, a 4-down linebacker. When Greenlaw comes back, we know who we do. Like, that's our guy.
Okay. So that'd be like Drew Lock actually coming in and then as a backup, and then you're not like that good. Daniel Jones comes back and they're like, you're benched. Then he just refuses to play the next week.
No, basically they brought him in to keep the spot warm.
Gotcha.
And basically when Greenlaw came back, and honestly the defense looks a lot more improved when Greenlaw was back in there.
Well, he's no schlub. It's not like you're bringing in like a third string, but like your starting linebacker.
Absolutely. But he came back. He tore his ACL and he came back in 10 months. Like these boys have been battle. Everybody deals with injuries in the NFL.
Right.
Like everybody's come back and now you figure, you think it's your spot, fam? No. Like he came back. It's basically you sit on the bench and and he figure, you're taking my spot away. And so then he's like, I'm done now.
Right. Mike, what do you think?
I don't know. I think it's got a lot to do with the locker room. I honestly, rather than the player, like, yeah, I mean, it's fucked up what he did, but like, how do you not know this going into the game? Like, how do you not know that you're not going to play it before the game? Like, there should have been talk weeks before that happened saying, look, Greenlaw's Greenlaw's getting healthy.
Right.
Once he gets healthy, and he looks like he's about to maybe be back in 2 weeks. Like, why was this a conversation like right before the game? Like, that's on the coaching staff. And if Campbell wants to pull Vontae Davis, I don't know if you guys remember him retiring at halftime. It's kind of a different situation, but I guess Campbell was in his feelings, man. But I think it's more of a locker room situation or a coaching situation, communicating with him rather than it's all his fault. But yeah, I mean, it is fucked up to leave your teammates like that. It's coaching aside, players you can't fuck up your players like that.
Thank you. No, my thing is, if he would have left, like if he didn't even play the game, like first quarter, like yo, I'm out. Okay, whatever. It is what it is. Like maybe some things went down, but the fact that you like at halftime when you realize, yo, I'm not getting no playing time, and Drake Greenlaw looked good out there, so you pretty much realize, yo, my time is probably not going to be the best going forward, and then you gonna leave. No, man,
I would say too, it's not like a quarterback or even a cornerback, or a hitter in baseball, basketball player, hockey goalie, whatever you want. A linebacker is a very tough position to gauge if someone's making that much of a difference to take a starting role away. You know what I'm saying? It's not like a hockey goalie got hot and all right, bro, we can't go back to this guy because this goalie just went 10-0. A linebacker is such a unique position to be like, you earned that starter over him. It's like, nah, we have to put in Micah Parsons. Sorry. Like, this is his job, So that is weird. Tim, what you got?
If that guy played on the Jets, I would have paid for his Greyhound ticket to wherever his house is, because he'd no longer be on my team. It's kind of like the Antonio Brown thing where he just took his shit off and left the hat during the middle of the quarter. Like, that's fine. Just, like, goodbye. See you later.
Yeah, that's a tough one to sell.
I have a question now. Do you think if San Fran was winning that game, the same thing would have happened?
No, honestly, it was a do or die game. Like, and honestly, even Greenlaw got banged up in the third quarter, so like they needed him in the second half.
Yeah,
and then
crazy.
As soon as he got banged up, he was gone. So like,
did he play snaps in the first half? Campbell?
Nah, he didn't. I don't think he played. I don't think he got no look.
So he didn't even get in the
Greenlaw was balling in the first half, and I guess he saw the writing on the wall, and he bounced.
That's a crazy thing.
He's not playing on the Niners.
Good.
I don't see him playing ever again in the NFL because, like, that's not a good look for any team, bro. Like,
he'll play. The Jets will pick him up.
There's two sides to every story. He's got to have an explanation. We'll hear it one day, but
I hope so. But like, honestly, I don't see him playing. I don't see any team picking him up.
The Cowboys will get him.
It's not like he's a crazy player. Like, this is the first time we've ever heard he did. Like, Brown was a crazy guy. We knew Brown was crazy.
We'll see. All right, well, sir. Wish you the best. It's a rough,
it is what it is.
Rough loss there.
It's whatever.
How do you guys feel about Kirk Cousins getting benched, and what are the Falcons doing with this 4-year, $180 million? Like, what are they doing here? Mike, do you agree with the benching, and what do you think they're going to end up doing with this contract?
I don't know what they're going to do with that contract. I possibly trade him or get rid of him before the beginning of the season, because I suppose they save like $65 million if they release him before the start of 2025. So if I have to guess trade or release, I'd probably guess trade just to get something back. But I don't know who's going to want to take the rest of that contract at that age. But I don't know what the Falcons are doing. It doesn't make sense. Like, whoever decided to sign Cousins, and I'm hoping it wasn't the coaching staff, because Raheem Morris is the one that literally was the one that was like, we have to draft Penix. It's like, if you knew you had to draft a quarterback and fell to you, like, then you can't let your owner, or unless the owner can't miscommunicate with the coach. Especially, I think that's Morris's first year, right? This is Morris's first. So it's like they had a miscommunication to sign Cousins like that, and they gave him $90 million up front. I mean, he literally just made $90 million.
Right,
it's
crazy.
A certain amount of games. I think he threw more interceptions than picks.
I would say nobody's made better decisions in their entire NFL career more than Kirk Cousins, as far as betting on himself all the time and nailing it every time. It is actually unbelievable how he is the most slightly above average quarterback that And I know it's
Man,
something
Kirk
about
Cousins has
Kirk
been
Cousins.
robbing teams for his whole career. Stop sugarcoating it, bro. He ain't
So,
that.
sir, you're okay with them benching him? You knew this
Man,
was
I would have signed him in the first place, bro. This brother's been hot garbage his whole career. Stop lying to yourself. Come on.
all right. So what are they doing then, sir, with Penix? Like, what do you think
Listen,
the plan
first of
is?
all, the fact that
Kirk
I'm actually
Cousins
kind
to
of
the Niners next year.
absolutely not. But I'm surprised I'm surprised they benched him because like if Penix goes out there and shits the bed, you can't go back to Kirk Cousins, bro.
No,
Like
absolutely not.
you can't go back to him. So like
Right.
I'm surprised they benched him because like they're not completely out of it. Like them
Right.
and Tampa Bay they're one game back of Tampa and they have the tiebreaker. So like their 3-game schedule is not the not the easy, not the hardest. So like if they tie the schedule with Tampa, they could win the division easily.
And they're not that they are talented to where like they could.
Yeah,
I want to say they could do damage. Like they could go on a run. It's not crazy.
they ain't winning no.
I
playoff
know
game,
that,
bro.
but you never know. They got a solid. They got a great running back, and Cousins has the ability to play.
Question: how do the rookie quarterbacks play this year?
Well, Penix, I mean, he looked all right, but he didn't really get much.
I'm saying like all the rookie quarterback class this year are all ass.
Oh no! I thought. What about Jaden Daniels? I thought we were like.
Jaden Daniels, he's not ass.
Bo Nix has been doing all right for himself.
True.
Yeah.
Come on now.
Oh, Nix is
Jaden Daniels definitely.
Yo, Bo Nix is about to take the Broncos
expectation.
out of playoffs. So stop playing. Come on now.
We'll see Jaden Daniels next year. Just because that year of film, I wonder how he'll adjust. Also, I think Dan Quinn's a loser coach, so we'll see about that. So,
OD coordinator.
he's the reason the Cowboys have sucked at home. He literally started that spiral, the shit rolling downhill, with his switching to zone defense versus the Packers after we won 16 straight games at home. That playoff game the Cowboys have not recovered from, and he just bounced. Fuck off. Sorry.
Got you mad, bro?
At 48 points at home after your defense, what are you doing? You nerd? Take you in your backwards hat and get the fuck out of here. You're 59 years old. Like, start
Yeah.
dressing.
What's wrong with a backwards hat, Mo? Come on now.
When you're 59 and a coach and you're trying to be a high schooler,
Yo,
like,
easy.
calm
Hold
down,
on,
bro.
Yeah, that
God.
shit. That hit.
What's your locker combination, you dork? Nah, so what do you think? I got really upset.
Yeah, take it easy, old boy. Be all right.
I just like the fact like I kind of blame him for the downfall of the Cowboys defense and home dominance, and he didn't care.
Blaming me.
You should get blamed too, but you're in a neck brace, so it's like kicking a puppy. All right,
Why be kicking puppies, bro? Take it easy.
I'm not kicking puppies. Nah, it's benching Kirk Cousins. I think you're from the era where all you know is the greatness of Kirk Cousins.
I don't agree with it. Like Sir said, they're not out of it. Like, I mean, I get he's playing Kirk Cousins level, but it's like, what are you, like a game or two behind Tampa Bay?
One game.
What does Tampa
back.
Bay play this week?
At Dallas.
You never know. Anything can happen any given Sunday. I don't agree with it. But
Cowboys have played better. Yeah.
when did they draft Penix? In like pick 10, pick 11?
Eighth pick.
Oh. Yeah, so like you said, but if Penix does go out and shit the bed, you can't go back to Cousins.
No,
So
it's over. They're making a commitment here. The key is what do they do with the Cousins contract? And like Mike said, why are you signing him to that if you're drafting a quarterback who's also 26, 25, right? Like Penix is older.
yeah, he is.
It's not like you can let this dude sit for 4 years under Kirk Cousins. Then you got 30-year-old quarterback. I'll just touch really quick on it. I don't know what they're doing. I have no idea what they're going to do with the contract, but I've openly said I do not think Michael Penix is going to be a good NFL quarterback. I think he's stiff. It's just a stiff motion. Watching him in Washington, I could be wrong, but I'm not a fan of him. But if he comes and lights the Giants up, like people have said on other shows that I've been listening to, that's another guy the Giants could have taken.
Oh, come on, that shit.
They're not for nothing, no. Who hasn't the Giants up, bro?
That's true. Even Bo Nix, it just proves you don't need a top 5 pick, is my point.
Bo Nix is nice, man. Don't sleep on the kid, bro.
I watched the league MVP light the Giants up on Sunday. I just thought I'd mention that.
Josh Allen didn't play the Giants, Mo.
Yeah, I didn't see that. Josh Allen played the time.
Hey, all right, Tim, what do you got on Kirk Cousins, the contract, and Michael Penix?
Prime time Kirk at his last showing, but I disagree with you guys. I think if Penix comes out and if he gets hurt, they have to go back to him. I mean, if he plays like shit this week, like dog shit, and they go back to him, maybe they will, maybe they won't. I don't know.
What if he refuses to go in? Like,
Oh, well,
He puts a camera and just walks the fuck off.
he's off the team. Get rid of him.
pulls a Bobby Petrino with the Falcons in '07 when Vic got indicted.
Yeah.
Remember that? I'm out. Fuck this. No chance. All right, well, we'll see.
Cousins has 1 touchdown and 9 interceptions in his past 5
It's
games.
crazy.
That's
Like how
insane.
like
But I
good he
tried to
was
tell y'all,
playing.
Kirk Cousins is not that dude.
And
Every
that's
time I
why
bet
it's
against
such
him,
an insult
Kirk
to
Cousins is
Dak
fat, man.
Prescott
Come on.
that people say that Kirk Cousins is the white Dak Prescott. I'm sorry. It's not close. Dak Prescott is way better than
They
Kirk.
both suck.
No. He's better than Kirk Cousins. He
They
really
both
is.
suck. Come on, stop
Yes,
it.
he is. You give me a. You can say what you want. As I watched enough of Kirk Cousins with Washington to know, like, come on, this is not shocking that this is happening. Is all I'll say. All right. Should Mahomes play here? I saw this Chiefs line. The Chiefs are a +3, and then today it jumped to like a -3.5. So I'm thinking he's gonna try and play here.
He gonna play.
3 games in 11 days. Mike, you were saying at the bar when we were together, there's no way they should play him. They're 2 games up right now on the Bills, right? Like they should rest them.
Yeah, I mean they should rest him, but he will complain until he plays. I mean they won't shut him down for this game. I honestly think they know it. They're looking at the Bills' schedule and they look the Bills are going to go 3-0. They have a tough schedule, man. They got the Texans. I think they got the Broncos and the Chargers.
Tough.
So they got to go at least 2-1, and they're good.
Yeah. Yeah. No. If they go 2-1, yeah. 2-1, they're good. But I think that, it didn't look good, right? I mean, we were watching the game. It didn't look good. And I do think that at the end of this season, we're going to be talking how they lost the number 1 seed because of this injury.
I disagree with that. But
Really?
Also, what I said to you at the bar, which is weird. Think about the NFL. The worse injuries look, the better they are for the player. It is very strange. And you got like the non-contact ones where people just blow their ACL out. But like when Jordan Love, week 1, everyone's like, "Oh my God, he was back in 3 fucking weeks." So it's almost a little strange in the NFL when that happens. Personally, I think they should rest him one in this game and then have him ready for Christmas. And then you got 13 days off till your next game. But like you said, he's gonna play no matter what. Tim, would you bench him? Not bench him, but talk him into sitting.
I think it's going to be impossible to just based on some like of the sideline things that you see, like the discussions with Andy Reid. Andy Reid's trying to keep him on the bench, and he's like, "Nah, fuck that, I'm playing."
Yeah.
So, what I would personally, obviously, you want your quarterback ready for the playoffs because they're definitely going to be in the playoffs. But they also want the number 1 seed. That bye very important.
Is it?
Yeah.
I mean, they went on the road and won last year. I don't think it matters.
No, I don't. But just from coaching, you want the bye. You want to keep players or have them as healthy as possible when they do have to play. So,
sir, what do you got?
I'm playing him. If he's ready to play and he wants to play, he's playing.
Right.
Like as I said, like listen, the bye week, yes, I know Andy Reid off a bye is amazing, but you play him. If he's ready to play, put him out there.
I should have jumped on the Chiefs as that +120.
Honestly, but as I said, even before Mahomes got called practice time, they were a dog. So if you had bet the Chiefs early in the week, and now they're favored, you got some good
taking
value.
Mahomes underdog at home.
And now, you got underdog, but now they're favored because
I know
he's been practicing. He's ready to play.
I'm only gonna ask Mike this because I think he's got a little biased opinion. Not to say Mahomes is faking it, because I don't think he is. He got hurt. I think he's limping a little more, and when he throws these touchdown passes, so the announcers could be like, "This is amazing what he's doing." Think he's kind of milking it.
Yeah, I think you know my answer.
I honestly think a lot of athletes do that. Like, think of, even when you're playing basketball at the court, so you hurt your knee and then hit a 3, you might be like, oh, wow, he's playing through an injury type thing. I never do that because I hit my 3s all the time. All right, last thing. 49ers and Aaron Rodgers, this has been circulating that if they don't want to sign Purdy to this deal, that's a trade they possibly could make. Tim, would you do it? And should the Niners go for one last shot here? Because this is his dream scenario. He grew up rooting for them.
I'd trade him for a ham sandwich, and you can have Devontae Adams too. But I don't think it's happening.
Okay,
really?
I think the Jets are going to be dumb enough. I tell you, if we're going to win it, like 2 more games, and they're going to look good in the last 3. And Woody Johnson will be like, yep, we're bringing him back. Give him another shot.
I would do it if I was San Fran. I'd go for one last round. Maybe I'm just fooled still to think he's still got juice left. Maybe I'm like in my brain seeing the Aaron Rodgers, the Hall of Fame guy. I know he's a little washed, but there's just been times that I just feel like the defense played. I blame the Jets defense more this year. They've blown like 3 games that he's put them in positions to win. So I would do it if I was the Niners because I don't think Purdy's that good personally. So we'll see. Mike, what do you got? Yes or no?
No, I don't know where this rumors are coming that Aaron Rodgers and Adams are going to leave. I mean, you don't just do all this for 1 year. I understand he got hurt his first year, but literally he's only played 1 year with the Jets, and like you said, he hasn't really played that bad. The kicker missed a few field goals in the beginning of the season. The defense has let him down a lot. You know, Salah got fired, which I don't think should have happened, at least that early. There's a lot of stuff happened this year, and I do think, like you said, Aaron Rodgers is not to blame for how bad the Jets are playing.
I agree with that. Nas, would you do it, and should the Niners?
No, I wouldn't do it. I agree with Mike. I feel like you don't bring Devontae Adams and get everybody back together just for 1 year. But I never even heard about this trade circulation, to be honest. This is my first time hearing about it. But I wouldn't do it. I don't think the Niners should. I think they should pay Purdy because he's been to the Super Bowl. They've been to the Super Bowl with Purdy.
When you pay that quarterback, you're going to lose a lot of players, though. That's the format the Niners have done is why they've been so competitive. They've found those low-level budget like type QBs and worked with them. Like, you know what I mean?
I just feel like the San Fran problem this year is injuries. I feel like if they had a healthy IU, like a healthy team, we'll be having a whole different conversation right now.
Right, but like Sir said, next year ain't always promised, and those guys are another year older on the calendar. Starts flipping. Sir, you want no part of this.
Sir, first of all, the Jets would trade Aaron Rodgers for a chopped cheese sandwich, man. Stop playing. Come on now. As a Niner, no, you don't go for Rodgers. They're going to pay Purdy, but, like, I don't think Purdy's not getting paid. He's not going to pay Dak money. He's going to get paid, like, maybe, like, I would say, like, $30 million a year, which is a lot of money, but, like, not a lot for a quarterback because these quarterbacks be getting paid, so.
Yeah. Gun to your head, sir. Would you take 1 year next year of Kirk Cousins or 1 year of Aaron Rodgers on the Niners?
Oh, Jesus. Why? Come on now, fam. They're both terrible.
You know the answer, sir.
It has to be Aaron Rodgers.
How many primetime games my boys got, bro?
What would annoy you more, sir? What would annoy you more if Kirk Cousins won the Super Bowl or if Brock Purdy left the Niners and won the Super Bowl?
What would annoy you more?
Yeah, what would annoy you more? Just if Kirk Cousins was lifting that trophy or if you didn't sign Brock Purdy and he lifted the trophy? I feel like you don't want success for Kirk Cousins.
Nah. Actually, goddamn.
We'll find out later.
Happen. I don't want Brock to leave and succeed, Mo. Come on now.
All right, let's get to our picks here. Mike, still in first place, 26, 20, and 2. Last week went 2-1. Nas right behind, 25 and 23. 2-1 last week. Sir with a 3-0 week, 22, 25, and 1. Me with a 1-2 week, 20, 27, and 1. Still trying to climb back to 500. Tim with a 2-1 week at a nice humble 10 and 8. We'll just say he'd be at about 20 and 16 if he was around a little later. We're gonna do lock it in this week. No change in picks. Once you fucking say it, and it's over. So that means we're gonna start from the basement up, so Mike and Nas could get their shit together by the time we get stuff. Tim, start us off, man.
In the basement dwellers. That's not on purpose, but we got the Jets and the Rams over 46. Jets are playing good. They're putting up some points. The Jets defense stinks. So I think over 46 is an easy bet. I know the Giants stink, right? But I don't know what Michael Penix is. So I'm going to take the Giants getting 8.5 points. And just roll the dice.
Ooh, lock.
And the last pick, that's a lock it in. And the last pick is the 49ers and Dolphins over 44.5. Dolphins offense has to bounce back after a shitty game last week, and 49ers will finally get to play in some good weather that's not a monsoon or a snowstorm or whatever they've been dealing with. So those are my 3 picks.
Agreed. All right, I'm gonna go to Thursday night because I like to get one over with here. I'm taking the Chargers minus 2.5 at home.
I love that. I love it.
Last 2 games they lost. They got to bounce back here because if they go 8-7 and the Bengals go 7-8, I really feel if the Bengals could somehow sneak into that spot, they got a real shot at the Super Bowl. So I think they need to get this win here, knock the fucking Bengals and eliminate them. I think they're the only real threat to a team like the Bills, the Ravens, and the Chiefs if they do sneak in. So give me the Chargers minus 2.5 in what I would consider kind of a must-win game here. Miami and San Fran. It's basically a pick of Miami minus 1 at home. Give me that minus 1 at home just to basically win the game here. San Fran is dead this year. Miami, I think, is just better at home, and they'll put up points like Tim said. I do like that over, but I won't take it. Miami minus 1. Sunday night. Give me the Dallas Cowboys plus 4 at home. They've been playing a lot better. They do play very well versus Tampa Bay, regardless of who's quarterback. They do tend to have some success versus them. And I think this defense has kind of picked it up again, and Cooper Rush looked pretty damn good. Even though it's the Panthers, I don't think the Bucs are that much better than the Panthers. They're a benefit of a bad division, obviously, but at home, even if they lose 20-17, they still cover the numbers. So give me the Dallas Cowboys at home. I think they play hard for Mike McCarthy, and I think they do win 2 out of the next 3 regardless. Sir, what do you got?
All right, so I got 3 picks. I don't really have much details behind them. First pick, give me the Rams Jets over 46. I'm gonna give it you 6. Like, yeah, it just feels like an over. It just feels like a both these teams can score. So give me over 46 for the Jets and Rams. Second one, give me the Eagles minus 3.5. Again, I don't know. The Eagles are playing good ball, and the Commanders, not the best. Third one, Tampa Dallas over 48.5. Mike Evans has been going off. He's trying to get his 1,000 yards. He cooked last week. Dallas has been putting up some points. So this game feels like a little bit of a shootout. So give me 48.5. Dallas and Cowboys and Dallas and the Bucks.
Washington and LA keep losing. The Dallas Cowboys, if they run the table, still have a shot.
Hashtag no chance, guys. Come on, now stop.
Nas, what do you got? Lock them in.
Here's my 3 picks this week to get to that first place spot. My first pick is going to be give me the Patriots at plus 14.5. We're going up to Buffalo. It's a division game. I'm not saying we're going to win this game, but I know damn sure they're not beating us by 2 touchdowns. My second pick, give me the Ravens minus 6.5. Last Sunday I witnessed greatness. I mean, I watched Lamar go into MetLife Stadium and throw 5 touchdown passes. We're finally seeing
the Giants, the worst team in the league. Oh my god! Oh my god! Greatness.
We're finally seeing what Pittsburgh is. I think, and Pittsburgh has to come to Baltimore Saturday evening. Ravens in all black. Yeah, it's going to get really bad. So give me the Ravens minus 6.5.
I hate that pick, but you have a better record than me. Go on.
And my last pick, I'm with you, Scott. Give me the Dolphins minus 1. They're playing at home. They played like shit last week. I feel like they have a revenge. They'll win this game.
I feel like you've rode with the Dolphins a lot this year. Big Dolphins. Yeah. They burn you too, half the time. All right, Mike, here we go. Lock them in. Try to maintain your. I don't think you've even gone like 1-2 more than 1 week. You've been pretty much over 500 the whole year.
Choose wisely. You got to lock it in.
I'm just gonna go with all of Nas's picks, so there's no way we can lock it in. No, I'm kidding. I'm going to go with Minnesota minus 3 versus the Seahawks. Look, Jordan Love, took care of the Seahawks pretty easily. I don't think that they're going to stop Sam Darnold. I think the Vikings are one of the hottest teams in the league. Addison and Darnold are really hitting.
No one's even talking about, they're close to getting that 1 seed as well. No one's even talking.
No one's talking about Darnold. Dude, their defense is getting at 3 turnovers every game.
They're still the Vikings. They'll find a way to fuck it up.
And I do like the way Darnold's throwing the ball really well. Colts minus 3 versus the Titans. I fade Mason Rudolph anytime he starts a game, and they just announced he's starting a game. So I think the Colts need to win this game to get into the playoffs. They're still fighting for a spot. I think they're right above Cincinnati and Miami for that next spot to get into the wild card. So I do think they win the game. I think Jonathan Taylor wants to make up for that touchdown he fudged everybody over on fantasy. That was one of my guys that fucked me over.
Yo,
First
can I
touchdown
say
this
one
week.
thing? Why do players keep dropping the ball at the goal line?
I don't get
Stop
it. I don't get it.
Carry the
Second
ball
game-
through the line and score your touch. Stop dropping the ball.
I don't get it.
The Bengals player on defense did the same thing too that week.
The Jets guy
Why?
did it too.
Stop dropping the ball. Just run through the end zone and do your celebration, whatever. But stop dropping the ball.
I agree, sir. And my last pick is I'm going to go with Tim there on the San Francisco Miami over. I think it's 44.5, right, Tim?
Yep.
Yeah, so I do think Miami's home. Tua plays good in 80-degree weather. He does well against teams that are under 500. It looks like, and I like that Miami pick too, guys. But yeah, San Francisco Miami over 44.5.
All right, sounds good. There's our picks. Right.
Wait.
Oh, I'll kill you. All right, let's get to our fantasy sleepers. I'll start. I'm going to go with $3,000. Tight end Tommy Tremble for Carolina. I have no logic behind it. One time he scored a touchdown when I bet on him. So I'm going to go with Tommy Tremble for $3,000. Tim, who you got?
I'm going to stay away from, I think, the Michael Penix $4,800 QB. But I don't know if it's really I don't know if 5,100 is cheap enough, but that's what I had written down. Alexander Madison against Jacksonville. It's just the next man up at running back. So in for Vegas. So he's the guy that I think is going to get the most of the work. So 5,100.
All right, sir.
At 5,300, give me Keandre Miller, running back, New Orleans. I don't know if Kamar's gonna be playing, but Miller looked pretty good, and so yeah, give me Mr. Miller.
Mike.
Pick from last week. Fucker.
I got a strange one, guys. I'm gonna pick Brandon Strange from tight end from Jacksonville. Evan Ingram's out. He had a 30. I think he's 3,500 on DraftKings. He had a pretty big game last week. He got I think 20 points fantasy wise. So I think Mac Jones is going to be checking it out to him.
Sir. Nas. Sorry, Nas.
Yeah.
I don't.
Wrong hooded black guy.
Sure.
I don't have a price, but
Of
I
course.
want to go Rashad Bateman. I don't know. What do you think he is? 4,800, 4,900?
Yeah, around there.
He's actually 8,000.
How much?
I'm kidding. I don't know.
Nah, but him and Lamar they're on cue, and I feel like the Ravens have to win this game. So Lamar's going to throw it like he did last week, and we'll probably be saying he has another MVP performance again.
All right, and Zay Flowers will recommend a trade out of there. Probably what'll happen. All right, last week our fantasy sleepers were god awful. Nobody amassed more than 3.7 points, which Mike ended up, I think, winning with Adam Thielen, who had one catch versus Dallas. So
Yeah,
Mike,
he did all right though. He did all right.
it's horrible. Mike, you did the thumbs up, thumbs down. What do you got?
I guess it's a non-PPR scoring you check, right?
Yeah, straight up. I've never done a PPR league. I don't.
What? Wait, hold up. Wait a minute. You never PPR more?
I'm really a simple fantasy guy, man. I only have been in one league, 2 leagues a year. It's exhausting. It's fucking exhausting.
Got it. Oh, guys.
I'll start off with my thumbs down. My thumbs down is the Miami Dolphins. I mean, they got. I possibly picked them to win the division before the season started. I won't say if I did or not, but they're so overrated. I will never back that team again. Mike McDaniels, I don't know how you guys don't think he's not going to get fired. I think he's canned right after the season ends. His record versus winning teams is 3-15. 3-15 over teams that are over 500. I mean, that is abysmal for the amount of talent they have on that team and just how high hopes they had.
They're very similar to the Dallas Cowboys. They'll bully the bad teams, and they just never beat the really good teams. It's kind of the same type of thing.
Wait, sir, you say you had the Dolphins winning the division?
I have a parlay. I'll show you guys. But
you do realize Buffalo is in the same division, right?
Yeah.
I know. Like I
don't
said,
want to jinx my team.
I placed a couple bets on DraftKings before the season starts as division winners, and one of my parlays had the Dolphins winning.
All right, fair enough.
Anyway.
All right.
My
thumbs up to Lamar Jackson.
God damn. Did you
Thumbs
see that
up,
performance?
Josh Allen. Oh my God.
so
He beat the Lions on the road.
that's a pretty big deal. I mean, now that you guys are forcing me to do this, but thumbs up to Josh Allen. The guy's playing out of his mind.
You
right
do.
now. The guy's playing out of his mind right now. Like I told you guys, in the Bills roundup. I don't think I've ever seen a quarterback play better with my own eyes on a game-to-game basis consistently since he got engaged to Haley Steinfeld. Shout out to Haley Steinfeld, too.
Man.
That lady has put some kind of beautiful, the opposite of voodoo. I don't know what the opposite of voodoo is, but he just has him playing like a one of the best quarterbacks of all time right now.
I could probably say it, but I'm not gonna.
I wasn't gonna do that, but you guys forced my hand there.
Ain't nobody forced your hand.
Who is your other one? Who is your other one? Did you actually?
My other one was the Jets. I was going to give a shout out to the Jets.
Oh, for beating the fucking Jaguars.
Finally winning. Yes, for finally winning the game. They haven't won a game in what, 8 weeks, 9 weeks, Tim?
Thank you.
Congratulations, you beat Mac Jones and the Jacksonville.
Mac, you beat Mac and Cheese.
I'm happy. I prefer Josh Allen.
A win is a win.
I prefer Josh Allen for the thumbs up there. Could have given thumbs up to Haley Steinfeld. You know, not for marrying Josh Allen for her performance, her great performance in I don't know, that's one where she turned 16, which was a great movie, and her role in True Grit, I believe, in 2010, that got her nominated for an Oscar.
And thumbs up to Lamar Jackson.
Right.
It wasn't your segment, sir. Don't worry about
You know what? Next week, it's our Christmas episode. We're doing one Monday before Christmas. Everyone will get a thumbs up, thumbs down. All right? That'll be the gift we get, no matter what. All right? So we can do that. Everyone, have a safe holiday weekend. Yeah, it will be technically the holiday weekend, I guess.
Best
We'll be
corner
back
in
Monday.
football.
Okay, very good, Nas. Be safe and enjoy this week. The Saturday games, I say this every year we do the show. These are some of the best 2 weekends of the year. Those 2 Saturday games and the Sunday slate. It's just so fucking fun as a football fan, and they just want us to get divorced. Because all we're going to do is watch football, which, you know, try to sell my wife on why I need to watch the Ravens Steelers and not take her somewhere on a Saturday.
Yo, sell that merch, kid. Come on now.
Yeah. All right, guys. Bye.